Hey guys, all right, so let's continue with the chart. So yesterday we talked about setting up your RSI and all that, and now let's talk about MACD. Okay, so now the MACD is an interesting indicator because it gives you visual, display. Like it's telling you what to do based on the moving averages. Okay. So here, how you set up your MACD, just tap that settings and go to indicators, and then you see MACD under sub right here. That's the sub indicators. And then you can set up the figures as you see them. I have short period 12, long period 26, and moving average period 9. So basically 9, 12, 26. Cool. So choose your colors too, the colors that work for you, and after that confirm. Now let's go straight to what this does for you. That's the most important thing, what it does for you. Now if you look at the chart here, basically it will tell you when to enter a trade and when to exit a trade. Okay, now if you look here where there's this massive dip here to 24,500, you see that after that recovery, when this green candle, now what time frame are we in? We're on the 5-minute time frame, smaller time frame. Okay, so just for this example, then what happened is this. Look at the MACD down here aligning with that candle, that 24.5 candle, just after the trend reversed. So there was a dip and then it reversed. Look at those two lines, the pink line and the yellow line. That's the DIF and the DEM. Okay, look at it there. So the DIF was at minus 415 and DEM minus 383. So they crossed. When the DEM crosses under the DIF, the trend changes. That it's telling you that it's going higher. The price is going up. So it's now changing to bullish. Once the two lines cross each other and the DEM is under the DIF. That's how MACD works for you. Okay. Now you can also see that when it topped and when the trend was about to change, it's not as, look, the thing about indicators is that there's no single indicator that is perfect at all times and gives you a perfect, indication on what to do and when to do it. No, you're going to have to combine indicators to help you take decisions. You cannot take a decision involving thousands of dollars, your money you're investing, based on only one indicator. You have to combine the help and the information you're getting from several indicators. That's why we have many of them. All right. Now you see that it crossed here again at this point. You see where the line is, where it crossed, and the DIF crossed and came under temporarily. Now, if you just mainly looking at it, you see that it was a bit late now. Haba. That means I would have, why didn't it cross here? Maybe somewhere here. Why wasn't it quick enough to cross at that point, and then I'll now sell at that point and then wait for it again? Because you see what happened with the MACD, it just almost started in, in a straight line. Both of them just like gummed each other. They didn't really create any tangible information for us to act upon. Now, but if you look up at the RSI, just that same point at the RSI, the MACD said we should sell at this point, at this candle here. Okay, but another thing I use the RSI for, and that's why I use the 5 and 14 on the same chart, is that look at what happened here. The 5 crossed the 14 at this point. I personally like to use that as an indicator too. Look at this point here. The 5 crossed here. Talking about the RSI now, 5 crossed and went above the 14. And then when the price started dipping, it crossed back and came below. You see what's going on there? So the RSI is also telling me, based on those two lines, the RSI 5 and the RSI 14, along with the DIF of the MACD and the DEM, they are telling me what to do. But the RSI is more accurate or is quicker in telling me when to exit the trade so I don't lose much more money. So these are the things that will just help you. You need more information from different indicators. That's what I want to point out. So you set up your MACD and then you know what exactly it's doing for you. Now, the MACD also has these bars. You see these bars? The bars indicate, okay, you can see it starts from small, tiny green bar, then it's increasing in size and gets to a point where it starts decreasing in size. You see it till it now changes. That tells you, okay, the coin is pumping. It's on a ascending or in a in an uptrend, and then when it comes back to this tiny green bar here and changes to red, the trend has changed. It's telling you that we have changed into a bear pattern or a downward trend. That's what it's trying to tell you. And then the longer the green candle, the more it's actually saying to you by that long green candle that, look, this uptrend is coming to an end. Okay, you need to get ready to get out of the trade, because once it starts to become shorter again, these green candles here, once they become shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter, it's now telling you that it has come to an end. The uptrend has come to an end and it's changing. There's now a reversal. Okay, but because of the way the market is going at this point in time, it's not giving you too much a very distinct clear indication. But when we look at other parts, let's go to a different time frame, maybe 1 hour time frame now, and we can see a couple of things going on here with the MACD. Okay, so we can see here this downtrend. The coin came down, the price of Bitcoin came down and then got to this point. Remember, the DEM crossed under to indicate an uptrend or the beginning of an uptrend, and it did that here. Okay, and then went all the way here, and see when it crossed back and it's just, you know, going sideways kind of, because that's the action of the price. And then when the price came down, it showed you that. Now you can see that it's trying to tell you something here at this very edge, at this very end where the printing is going on here. The lines are converging, which means that it's trying to tell you, okay, maybe we're going to have an uptrend. Maybe the DEM is going to cross under, you know, something may happen. And remember, these indicators are trailing indicators, which means that they are behind the price. They are not telling you where the price is going in the you know, ahead of the price. They are acting based on what the price is doing, but they are acting very quickly, very closely behind the price. All right, so that's the MACD. That's what it does for you. So you can combine its information with the information the RSI is giving you. And of course, you have your volume also telling you, look, there's a lot of sale going on here. There's a lot of selling pressure. Look at those big red bars. That means more people sold than people that bought. The number of people that sold far outnumber those who are buying. That's why the candles, the volume candles, are red. Okay, when you see a green candle, you see that the number of people, that means that the number of people buying are much more than the number of people selling. All right, and the taller the candle, the taller the bar, the volume bar, the more volume is in the market at that point in time. This is the 1 hour time frame. So at this 1 hour, this particular 1 hour period here, there was a lot of volume. Look at the number there. That's 10,951,801.62 bitcoins at that very point in time. So you just have to pay attention to all these things and combine the use of all indicators that you have at your disposal, and that's how you take decisions. You don't take decision based on one, you take decision based on a